for the northeast of England, and following on straight from what's been said, obviously Brexit, or a potential Brexit, has a lot of implications for a lot of different regions in different ways. And my region, the northeast of England, is the only region in the UK which has a consistent trade surplus. And our trade surplus is because we make things, and we're very good at making things, and our trade surplus is with the EU. And there is a mountain of evidence to say that we would be absolutely crippled as a region if we left the European Union because of that trade relationship. On the one hand, the trade relationship, and then as the poorest English region, we are effectively net beneficiaries of our EU membership, because the EU is, as has been said, a project of redistribution. And for us, that's crucial investment, which is about local jobs, it's about local industries, it's about ensuring regional development. At a time when, you know, Roger would have me put all of my region's future in the hands of Westminster. Let's look at what the Tory government have done to the north of England in the last 6 years. We have been stripped. We have fixed term parliaments. And that means that the day after Brexit, we will still have the same government, a government who have stripped the north of England of their local budgets. And that is only going to intensify the massive economic pain for people in my region. And I think it's totally irresponsible for people to present some of these myths, which are being presented, as Richard said, in the national media. They're being presented in a very national perspective without giving the regional breakdown of what it means for ordinary people in some of the poorest areas of the country. And it will be ordinary people who are hit the hardest by any kind of an economic impact. It won't be Nigel Farage and his offshore accounts. It won't be Nigel Farage and his background in the city. It will be people in my constituency who are struggling today and will struggle tomorrow. And the idea of Brexit is just mounting further concern on their shoulders. And so I'd just like to come back to, as the last point, one point that you made, Mairead. You said that you don't see that there will be anything which will be pulled back from European legislation at the moment. But in the Leave campaign, we have members of government. The Employment Minister is a member of the Leave campaign. She has been explicit that the reason she wants to leave is for a bonfire of regulation. And she's not talking about milk bottle labelling or about the rules on glyphosate. She's talking about the Working Time Directive. She's talking about equal treatment. She's talking about TUPE. She's talking about fundamental rights of work that are absolutely crucial for working people across Britain. And that's the bonfire of regulation that they want to have after we leave. And that's why the Labour Party has a different message to the Conservative Party, because we're in Europe because we want a fair market which has a strong social dimension. And that's why we should be fighting together across Europe with others of a like mind and a European tradition for strong welfare states, strong social commitments and a social conscience. And I think, you know, the idea of Brexit runs completely counter to that. The Labour Party membership card includes a commitment that we are stronger by our common endeavour. That commitment, clause 4 of the Labour Party, fits identically with what the European Union is. We are stronger, sovereign, independent countries coming together, working on issues of common concern, rather than, like we did in the past, solving our differences on battlefields around Europe. And for that reason, I'm very strongly campaigning for it.